Now, state prosecutors have dropped charges of conspiracy to commit crime, to wit possession of firearms without authority and possession of firearms without lawful authority against National Vice Chairman of the NDC, Alhaji Said Sinare. The Kaneshie District Court discharged him after the police prosecutor, Sergeant Thomas Safo, informed the court that there had been new development for which the state is no longer interested in pursuing the matter. The National Vice Chairman, Alhaji Sinare, was accused of distributing weapons to some persons to cause chaos during the December elections. The Ewaso North Constituency Chairperson of the opposition NDC is reported to have confessed to the police that Alhaji Sinare supplied guns to some youth to cause chaos during the December polls. Kwekwa Sante followed this and joins us via Zoom. Well, let's get on to Kweku to get more on this. Kweku, what did the police say occasioned the dropping of the charges?
Well, so according to police prosecutor Sergeant Thomas Safo, there have been new development. For this specific new developments, he did not tell the court, but he just said that there have been some new developments for which reason the state is no longer interested in pursuing those two specific charges in court. And then when he read those statements to the court, what happened was Victor Kujoga Adaudu, lawyer for one of the lawyers for Alhaji Said Sinare, actually implored the court to discharge his client because he said that according to him, this is some of the strategies that the police adopt usually, where they go to court and then press some charges against someone, and then at the end of the day say that they do not have enough evidence to back it, and so they want to withdraw it and then consequently just rearrest those specific persons. So Victor Kujoga Adaudu actually went ahead and implored the court to release his client and discharge him from those specific charges that were leveled against him.
I'm seeing the videos that you have sent, you sent through, where we see Alhaji Sinare. Give us a mental picture of how things went down there. And I'm seeing some of them as well. I'm seeing a lot of people gathered there. Bring us up to speed with a mental picture of what happened at the court today.
Well, so it probably seemed to me like the Alhaji Said Sinare and his family, and also some ND supporters who were at the police headquarters earlier, took this case as one of those normal political case where the police was going to investigate and say that later on would continue, and then it happens on, and then nothing happens. So at the court earlier, it was people who had come, his family, his friends who had been at the police station were at ease. They were talking to the media and said, oh, nothing was going to come out of it. And then after about 2 to 3 hours of interrogation, we just got information that the police were actually processing Alhaji Said Sinare for court to charge him on 2 specific charges. I mean, possession or conspiracy to commit crime, to wit possession of firearms without authority, and then possession of firearms without lawful authority. So this changed the mood at the police headquarters, where the family of Alhaji Said Sinare were complaining that this isn't something that they were ready to deal with. And so Mr. Alhaji Said Sinare was actually hoisted into a police convoy and was sent to the Kaneshie District Court. Throughout the procedure in court, his head was bowed until the case and the charges against him were read in court. Before he went into the dock, he stood for a while and then put on his shades and put on his glasses. So throughout the proceedings, usually he would say he would put his head down, and even after the charges against him were dropped by the police, he actually just walked out and did not say anything to the media, even though we tried to get something out of him. And so early on, it seemed as though this was a case that was going to be dealt with quite easily until those specific 2 charges were pressed against him. He was sent to the court, and then the mood at the court became very tense. Gifty.
Kweku, thank you very much for that update. Kwekwa Sante there has been following this case since morning, right from the police headquarters all the way to the Kaneshie court, where the case was heard and subsequently dropped. It certainly is a developing story. We'll hear what politics will be read into and everything, and then we'll bring you more in our subsequent bulletins.